Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome to my favorite time of year, fall. I love fall because it starts cooling down and we start preparing for Halloween, and then there's the holiday season, which is absolutely my favorite. What's your favorite thing about fall?
Decorating! Pumpkin patch!
Pumpkin patch and decorating! We love fall. So today I'm going to walk through a fairly easy recipe, and we'll call them pumpkin patch brownies. I found this idea for the way it's decorated off of this website, Adventures with Mel. I am going to use King Arthur Flour's easy brownie recipes. I love this brownie recipe because it is a one bowl brownie recipe. And I am going to walk through that first, and then we'll go through decorating the pumpkin patch. So the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to just get out your ingredients for the brownies and preheat your oven to 375. And then you want to lightly grease a 9x13 pan or an 8-inch or 9-inch square pan. You can use any cooking spray. It's just to make it so that the brownies don't stick to the pan. So we'll go ahead and give that a quick spray. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my one bowl, which will make cleanup super easy. Put in 1 cup or about 120 grams of all-purpose flour. Go ahead and dump that in. You'll want to put in about 64 grams, that's a 3/4 cup, of unsweetened cocoa powder. I like to use Cho chocolate. I have found that the flavor, it gives it this nice, deep, rich flavor. You can use any unsweetened cocoa powder that you like the flavor of. And then we get to the sugar. We have about 347 grams of sugar in here. That's 1 3/4 cup of sugar. And again, I usually weigh my ingredients just because I feel like it's more accurate, but it's fine to just use the measuring cup and do it that way. And then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then you'll want to put 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So far I've got all these dry ingredients in here. And then you'll want to put in 3 large eggs. So we'll go ahead and crack those in. So now you've got the eggs in there, all the other ingredients. And then I'm going to put in 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. The recipe does call for the butter to be melted. I let mine be very, very soft. And then you'll want 1/4 cup or 50 grams of vegetable oil. Last but not least, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And this is what'll give it its nice balance of flavor with the chocolate. Go ahead and blend this together. Again, one bowl, get in 1 bowl, and it is all good to go. So we want to blend that. So you want to mix this until everything is combined, and you'll end up having to take a spatula out to scrape down the sides of the bowl. After you're done scraping down the sides of the bowl, just to make sure everything's mixed in, you're going to take your pan and you're just going to pour everything in. So we'll get everything in there. So now that you have everything in the pan, just smooth it out so it's kind of even. And in this shaped pan, we're gonna bake it for about 1/2 hour. I think if you use the 9x13 pan, it's down to about 26 minutes at 375. For the frosting, I'm using King Arthur Baking Company's Easy Vanilla Frosting. So we have 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, softened, extremely softened. I'm going to go ahead and put in a little pinch of salt, and then you want to put in shortening. So this is about 1/3 cup or 60 grams of vegetable shortening. So we're going to combine that in there. And then we're going to beat this all together. Then you'll want to add 4 cups of the confectioner's sugar. So you're gonna go ahead and just dump it on in there. So you're gonna dump some of that. You wanna mix that together. You're gonna put 2 teaspoons of your vanilla extract, milk at room temperature. It has you start with about 2 tablespoons of the milk, and then you can gradually add more in just so it gets the consistency that you would want. So after you cook the brownies, you want to go ahead and cool them completely in the pan. Once you take them out of the oven, you'll put a toothpick in, and there'll be a little bit of crumbs clinging to it, but you shouldn't see any wet batter. You'll cool them in the pan completely, and then you'll go ahead and turn out the brownies. And once they're entirely cool, what we want to do is we want to take our frosting, our green frosting, and I'm going to use this Wilton number 18 piping tip and this handy dandy tool that I got a few years ago, which for big cakes is not the most useful, but for something small like this actually is quite nice. And you will find that you have some leftover frosting. And then I'm going to just create some vines, what I imagine I see at a pumpkin patch. And I'm not very artistic, but my kids don't seem to care too much. Take your little pumpkin. So these are the store pumpkins. And I'm gonna just dip a little bit in the frosting to create something, something to stick it with. And then you're gonna put the little pumpkins at the end of the vine. So now we have our pumpkin patch brownies. And I've seen this done a lot of different ways. I've seen it covered in the frosting with the pumpkins all over. I like this because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut them so each little piece has one little pumpkin on them. You wanna cut it like that, and that way you'll get the even pieces, and every little piece will have one little pumpkin in the pumpkin patch. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this guy. And these are nice and chewy brownies. And my cameraman off camera, you can't see him, but I have 2 cameramen here. I have Bodie, who handles the camera. I have Finn, whose fingers may or may not have just gone on the screen. He is my director, because he does the action. So Bodie, here's yours.
Thank you.
And this is their bounty. And then we'll go
Can you eat it with your hands?
You absolutely can eat it with your hands.
Thank you.
This is meant to be eaten with your hands.
Can I take the pumpkin off?
You can eat it however you want. You can eat it all. Oh, that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and try these pumpkin patch brownies.
They're good, huh?
They're real good.
I like it with the frosting.
King Arthur Flour has amazing recipes. I don't know. I'll try it with this guy. Definitely very sugary.
The pumpkins I like it more better with the frosting on it.
So there you have it. That is really good. So these are the pumpkin patch brownies, which are perfect for little tummies for the fall season. Thank you for joining me today on this adventure in brownie baking. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Go ahead and follow me on social media. I will be part of Pumpkin Extravaganza all fall. If you like what you saw, go ahead and give this video a like, comment below on any of your favorite fall pumpkin recipes. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all the latest videos. I'm here every Sunday, and I will see you next Sunday. Have a great week.